The Rams welcome the Vikings into Los Angeles. Kickoff is set for 7:15. It's a game you can catch here on your home for Thursday Night Football. San Antonio Sports Star starting at 6:30. Puka Nacua activated and will play tonight, while the Spurs, they open things up tonight on the road in Dallas.
If you smoke, take it outside. Get the facts at don'tpassgas.org.
This is Extra Innings with Pledger.
Truth is, I am Iron Man.
Rock and roll! The Texans win it!
You've been called the Da Vinci of our time. What do you say to that?
Absolutely ridiculous. I don't paint.
That ball is history. A walk-off home run.
And it's going to be legendary.
James Pledger wraps your day with insight, opinion, plenty of sarcasm, and of course, your calls. He'll even pour a beer out the door for his favorite story of the day. This is Extra Innings with Pledger. Now, here's Pledge.
Oh, welcome into Extra Innings with Pledger right here on San Antonio Sports Star, 94.1 FM, sasportstar.com. I am James Pledger. Thanks for joining me, however you may be joining, whether that is on 94.1 on your FM radio dial, or if you happen to be listening online at sasportstar.com via our AA Best Bail Bonds audio player, or best way I like to consume it on YouTube. Just go to YouTube, search SA Sports Star. Go ahead, like, subscribe. All of our shows are there for you. The Morning Huddle, The Blitz, and of course, me right here, right now. It has been a wild, wild day, and the Spurs will finally get to see what they look like with this new unit intact, with Harrison Barnes and CP3 and Wemby and Stephon Castle, the rookie, with all the great reviews he's getting from Pop and CP3 and everybody else. And I'm very intrigued, as to what the starting lineup's going to look like, especially with no Devin Vassell currently, and then when he gets back, if he is immediately starting, or if they keep, especially if it's working, whether it's Castle or whoever, in the starting lineup and add Vassell to that second unit, which could become even more potent because of something like that. It's going to be very, very intriguing to me as to what this team looks like moving forward and how good it could potentially be, because I went to a game. CP3 is just a wizard with the ball in terms of getting the ball perfectly in rhythm with shooters. There's no wasted movement that they have to make. It is gorgeous to watch aesthetically, but also would really help out this team, I think, especially a guy like Victor Wembanyama, and having just a really good point guard to get him the ball in situations, and especially where he likes it. It's going to be so great. And I think this team is going to be as good as Victor Wembanyama is, the guy at the end of last year, the guy that was in the Olympics in the gold medal game and was the best player on the floor. If he is that guy, this team could, sky's the limit for how good it could be potentially. But the Morning Huddle, AJ Hoffman, Rob Thompson, they were previewing tonight's game between the Spurs and Mavs.
What are we expecting out of the Spurs tonight? Game one out the gate.
I expect a fast start. I told you, Pop has a way of getting these guys fired up and ready to go for the first couple of days. And I think that this is going to be one of those. Like, what was the telling thing, and we might still have the sound, is when they interviewed him yesterday, and he goes, "Oh, by the way, I think it's going to be on TV." Yeah, the boys know it's going to be on national TV tonight. So, they're going to bring their game.
I think that if when you're talking about how this game's going to go, I've got questions about the health of Luka. Yeah. The fact that basically just didn't practice all off season, like what kind of shape is he going to be? Because he's a guy I worry about what kind of shape he'll be in.
The good news is guys like Luka, Jokic, they don't have to be in great shape. Their game is not predicated on speed and finesse,
athleticism,
and jumping over you. So, yeah, that's the worry, that Luka is damn near the best player in the world, and Kyrie's there, and the growth of Lively, which is what I can't wait to see tonight is how teams are going to decide to match up with Wemby. Are they going to play him in the post? They're going to act like he's a post. Are they going to defend him with a small or a medium-sized dude and put the big on whoever else? It's going to be fun to watch the chess match, both for Pop and how he plays Wemby, but more importantly, how they defend these guys.
The Mavericks were a defensive team the second half of last season. They really kind of clamped down on things. This figures to be a pretty decent defensive matchup, and total says this is a fairly high scoring game at 229.5, 230. I'm not sure that's going to happen. I don't know there's a 230
Well,
point
the
game.
Mavericks are going to always be hamstrung because Luka can play good defense, but he saves his energy for offense. That's his job. They're a pace defense. They're what predicates their defense is possessions. They limit your possessions. When the Mavs are at their best, their shots are going up between 18 and 22 seconds. They're wearing you down. Luka is, being precise and doing the things that Luka does. And because you get fewer possessions, you just don't defensively, they have a little bit better presence. The addition of Derek Lively, when they put him in the lineup, it changed the Mavericks. They went from a pace defense to a legitimate mobile big man kind of D that can hide the flaws that Luka has so much. I mean, guys get by him. They do. And now that they've got Lively to protect the rim and to get out and run, they became a different basketball team, and that's why they won the West.
But they started playing real defense. But also, if I'm worried about Luka and what kind of shape he's in, I'm way more worried about what Luka looks like on the offensive end than the defensive end. Like I'm worried about.
I like the potential tonight. This is a game the Spurs should be very competitive in.
And if the game is an under game, the lower scoring it is, the better the chances the Spurs have to win. Because I think the Spurs are going to be ahead defensively too. Victor, we know what he is defensively. We know what Sohan is defensively. We think that Chris Paul is still at least going to be solid defensively, at least pesky. Stephon Castle, I think, is very good defensive. But the offense is, I think, still a work in progress. Who's going to shoot? We don't really know because there's no shooters.
Yeah, I think it's going to be this. When you look at the talent, you don't see a lot of points, but I do see a lot of points on the roster. When you look in, like Chris Paul's not going to get you a bunch of buckets. Vassell's not going to go grab 40 very often. We don't have a lot of guys that are just going to explode and give you a lot of points, but I do see a bunch of dudes when they're all playing together that are capable of putting some points on the board. It won't be a lot of threes. It's going to be a lot of fast breaks, a lot of rip and runs, a lot of steals and deflected passes, because that's what Wemby's here to do. I think we're going to be a good defensive team because of Wemby, but we're not going to be a team that holds you to 85. We're not going to be that. That's not the way this team is constructed, and that's not the way the league is constructed. But Dallas, as man for man, is a better defensive team. They are. You don't go as far as they did without knowing what they're doing.
Well, and Dallas, man for man, is a better offensive team.
And that's why we're talking about it. We got Klay Thompson running there tonight. Remember how out of nowhere PJ came for the Mavs last year? This is a team with a lot of interesting questions to have answered.
Sure.
I mean, I'm the more I look at this, the more, because the Mavericks got something to play for. For the Spurs, this is the last year where really we don't have a lot of expectations. I mean, the playoffs would be nice.
Yeah.
We just want to see.
The expectation is improvement.
Just incremental growth. You might not need to win every game, but be in it, that kind of stuff. This is the last year we have of that. The Mavericks don't have that benefit. They got to go out and win games and prove to the world and themselves that they're worthy of going back against a thicker crowd than they went against last year.
And I think the way Dallas added guys that can space the floor a little bit for Luka, like it's going to take them a while to figure out what they look like offensively. I think eventually they're going to be better for the moves that they made. I think Klay Thompson and Najee Marshall give that spacing that Luka wants.
And looking at the roster, Quentin Grimes, Houston kid, Texas kid back home. That helps on the guard play. Klay Thompson to spread it. Kyrie's still Kyrie, and we saw PJ hit threes. They're a low key. I don't think a lot of people, when you look back on last year, go, man, I can't wait to see Dallas.
But I also think the Spurs adding Chris Paul, like I said, in 2 months, I think the offense will be way better for it.
I think there'll be a lot of points on this team.
I don't know what it'll look like game one.
That was AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson on the Morning Huddle earlier this morning. Be sure to check them out every weekday morning from 6 to 10 right here on San Antonio Sports Star. When we come back, the Dallas Cowboys, a lot of noise surrounding them. What did Stephen Jones, the CEO and executive vice president of the Dallas Cowboys, have to say about it? Well, he joined the Blitz earlier today. We'll bring that to you coming up here on Extra Innings with Pleasure on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
San Antonio Sports Star.
Hey, James Pledger. The NBA is finally back. Play Pick 6 from DraftKings, an official partner of the NBA. It's super simple to get started. First, download DraftKings Pick 6 app. Then, select 2 or more players, like Wemby and CP3, and choose if they'll have more or less of a stat, like points, rebounds, three-pointers, and more. And for all first-time Pick 6 players, check this out. New customers play $5 and get $50 in Pick 6 credits. Download the DraftKings Pick 6 app now and use promo code KTFM. That's code KTFM for new customers to play $5 and get $50 in Pick 6 credits. Only on DraftKings Pick 6. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Must be 18. Plus, age and eligibility restrictions vary by jurisdiction. Void where prohibited. 1 per new customer. Bonus award as non-withdrawable Pick 6 credits that expire in 30 days. Limited time offer. See terms at pick6.draftkings.com/promos.
The John Clay Wolf Show. Here's what's going on in the Wolf Pack.
What did Axel do? He threw a microphone?
Yeah, he's been doing it for like 30 years, throwing his mic into the audience, and he finally smacked somebody in Australia, hit him in the face.
I changed my routine at the end of the show. Instead of throwing a microphone,
yeah,
I'm going to throw brass instruments.
No.
I love my audience. Here's a French horn.
The John Clay Wolf Show.
Catch the John Clay Wolf Show Saturdays from 9 a.m. to noon right here on San Antonio Sports Star.
We're going abroad for the first time in years, to Spain. So we started using Babbel.
And started learning Spanish fast.
With Babbel, you can start having conversations in another language in just 3 weeks.
¿Cómo te llamas? ¿Cómo te llamas?
When you learn a language, you want to actually use it. Babbel is designed with that goal in mind.
In just 3 weeks, we're starting to have conversations in Spanish. Gracias, Babbel.
Babbel, language for life. Now try Babbel for free at Babbel.com. That's Babbel.com.
I've always gotten tons of UTIs. Cranberry products never worked for me, and I was desperate for a way to be proactive. I'm Jenna Ryan, CEO and founder of Eucora. We've worked with doctors to develop effective urinary tract health products. Eucora is helping over 100,000 women stay healthy. Ready to join them? Get 30% off at eucora.com/radio. That's UQORA.com/radio.
These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textplan.us. Texting rules for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply. Apply stop, opt out. The FDA has not approved or substantiated these claims.
Mark, you're late again.
Sorry, I just don't have the energy I did a few years ago.
Could be low testosterone? Low T? It happens, especially after 40. I was feeling the same way, so I started taking clomiphene from Zelfie. It helps boost testosterone and made a huge difference for me.
I thought testosterone replacement therapies had risks.
This isn't testosterone replacement therapy. There's no injections. It's a simple daily pill that boosts your body's natural production of testosterone.
This helps you?
And clomiphene can double your testosterone levels. I'm building lean muscle and cutting down weight. I'm also sleeping better. Plus, other benefits in the bedroom. It's easy to try. Plus, send them a text right now and get 40% off.
Text STEPS to 200-300 to find out if you qualify for enclomiphene from Zelfie. It can double your testosterone levels, so don't wait. Text STEPS to 200-300 right now and get 40% off. It's 100% online and ships directly to your door. Text STEPS to 200-300. That's STEPS to 200-300.
This is an announcement to all United States vehicle owners who own a 2003 or newer vehicle with a manufacturer's warranty about to expire, or no warranty coverage at all. With a struggling economy and the cost of living on the rise, Endurance is now offering an affordable, low-cost vehicle coverage plan to the general public. As of today, you could be one of millions of drivers that now may qualify to have your vehicle protected under this coverage and have all future covered auto repairs paid directly to the repair shop for you. You pick your plan. You pick your deductible. You even pick the repair shop. Roadside service, towing, and rental coverage is included. Get your vehicle protected now and save your wallet from costly vehicle repairs. A toll-free number has been established for you to call for your free 5-minute quote and to see if you qualify. The number to call is 800-299-1058. 800-299-1058. Again, that's 800-299-1058. Coverage, deductibles, and claims may vary. For details, go to endurancewarranty.com.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-550-8841. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-550-8841. That's 800-550-8841. Tax Relief Advocates, real solutions for real people.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, the Scratch Kitchen delivers lunch in the clutch. I mean, where else can you order a 29-degree draft beer and a quickie combo on your lunch break? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Welcome back into Extra Innings with Pleasure right here on San Antonio Sports Star, 94.1 FM, sasportstar.com. Remember, we have Thursday night football coming up at the bottom of the hour. Vikings, Rams. And if you heard during that break, get you a little action on the game with DraftKings. Wear your crown. I put in my picks today in the DraftKings pick 6. I'll let you know how I do tomorrow, but promo code KTFM, turn 5 into 50. The Dallas Cowboys have been in the news a lot over the bye week. Steady in the news, and it feels like a lot to deal with. Joe Reinagle of the Blitz was joined by Stephen Jones earlier this afternoon to talk about that and their upcoming game against San Francisco, plus the injuries.
Barricade's guest line right now, the COO of the Dallas Cowboys, Stephen Jones, is on the line. He joins us here on the Blitz. I'm Joe Reinagle, Jason Minnick's off. Stephen, thanks for taking some time to join us here on the Blitz today. First thing I got to ask you, do a guy that's important as you to that football team, do you get to do anything fun over the bye week?
Well, you take a deep breath, and obviously when your team's not playing as well as you like, and certainly that's where we are right now. It's a little harder to decompress, but it is good to take a deep breath. I think our coaches, our players, everybody did, and hopefully you get some oxygen and you come up and you're ready to roll. And we feel really good about our future. I mean, I know you say, well, why? Because you're not playing your best football right now, but what makes me optimistic is, we got a head coach with skins on the wall. We got a defensive coordinator with skins on the wall. We got some stout veterans in our locker room, starting with Dak, that have skins on the wall. And, I just feel like, we're going to get the job done. We obviously got to play better. We're not playing our best football right now, but, sometimes a break like this is just what the doctor ordered, and feel like this group, we can get it together.
Stephen, I've got to ask you, because even over the bye week, it seems like the Cowboys catch a lot of criticism from every place imaginable, from Jerry on the radio to the tours at the Star there in Frisco, the article that came out on ESPN. Do you guys ever just kind of sit back and shake your head and say, man, people just continue to throw rocks?
Well, whenever they quit talking about you, that's a problem. And you want to be relevant. You always want to be relevant. And obviously, when you're 3-3 and not playing as well as we'd like to be playing, then what they're talking about is not going to be all positive. And at times it can be positive, and that's a good thing too. But at least you want people to care enough to want to talk about you, and that's certainly, I think is the case right now. And people are going to have opinions about why you're 3-3 and why you're not playing better. And we accept that. We deserve, you are what you are, as Bill Parcells used to say. Right now we're 3-3, and until we do something about that, then the criticism will come.
Well, you've got an opportunity now to go back out on the road at a place where it's been a tough challenge for the Dallas Cowboys recently. San Francisco, they're a banged-up team. You guys still a little bit banged up. Is there any update on a Micah Parsons, a Deron Bland? Any chance we could see them Sunday night?
Yeah, I think that's still a big question mark, and probably, not unlike San Francisco. You're pointing to a team right there that's, has been on a good run and, considered one of the better teams in the NFC coming into the season that have struggled because of injury, and we're no different. But, we've got to play with the hand we're dealt, and certainly all 32 teams go through this, and we're not unique. So we know we're right now we're the world's smallest violin in terms of people worried or feeling sorry for us. We just got to go to work and play good football.
Well, everybody's looking forward to that game on Sunday night. Stephen, I've got to ask you, we're visiting with Stephen Jones of the Dallas Cowboys. Brandon Aubrey yesterday selected for a jury. And most people surprised, thinking, well, he probably could have gotten out of that. But I had a lot of respect for him, the fact that he went and then he was selected. What are your thoughts on Brandon Aubrey?
Well, Brandon will be ready to roll. He'll be ready to continue on not only the great season he's having, the great career he's having, and he'll be ready to play.
Well, that's good. And I admired the fact that he went and he did what he had to do. San Francisco a little bit banged up. Or you still concerned about them, obviously, because just a winning culture there in San Francisco.
No question. I mean, my hat's off to that organization, the Yorks, Jed York, John Lynch, Coach Shanahan, that football team. They're winners. They're successful year in and year out. And that'll be a huge challenge for us. They are beat up, but we're beat up as well. So we're going to have go out there and line up and get after it. I know Coach Shanahan will have his team ready, and I know Coach McCarthy's going to have our team ready.
That was Stephen Jones joining the Blitz earlier today, as the Cowboys have been out in front of everything when it comes to the news. And it's a very, very dangerous prospect in terms of just taking focus away from where it needs to be in the building, especially when dealing with the issues that they've been dealing with. This has been Extra Innings with Pleasure right here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Coming up, we have Thursday night football for you as the Vikings take on the Los Angeles Rams in LA. Like I said, DraftKings Pick 6. Get in on the action. Promo code KTFM if you want to be a part of it. Remember, everybody check on your loved ones, reach out. Never know what people are going through in their daily lives. Shoot them a text, let them know what's up. You're thinking about them. It could do more than you know. This has been Extra Innings with Pleasure. We'll see y'all tomorrow night.
For a limited time, receive a free reverse osmosis drinking station when you buy a Connecticut water softener. A free drinking water system installed at your kitchen sink with the cleanest, best tasting water you've ever had. Better for your coffee maker, better for cooking, better for everything. Free with the purchase of a Connecticut water softener, but only for a limited time.
Trust me, Connecticut water systems are the best of the best. I personally have one in my home. All